Let's try beach ball. It's supposed to be easy. Maybe we'll get up fast as fuck with a beach ball, you know? I think it would be fun to eventually beat this with everything. Hold on. Okay, sorry. I think it's funny because if any, like I'm sure there's got to be at least a few people who are watching me and McLaffy Taffy. And if they're watching both of us actively, they just see both of us probably silent and turned head and typing. I think that's very funny. So far, this feels exactly the same. It's probably very easy to get this over obstacles, though. I probably don't have to follow a lot of the same routes. Oh, it feels nice to push ball. What to talk about while I push ball? I have to, so I feel bad. Although I don't feel too bad, because I know, like I don't think Chris would judge me. But, Chris and Dave are coming to Richmond on Thursday. And they're going to be here for a couple days. And I'm looking forward to that. It'll be cool to see some of my boys and get some food and stuff. I think there's a show or two on the table as well. I think my back will be behaving by then. At least I'm going to tell my trainer this week, like, hey man, I got stuff going on end of the week. Back hurts. Let's just do pure rehab week. I don't want to push anything too hard. I want to make sure I feel okay. Right now I'm supposed to be fucking in a car on my way to Philly to see the band Good Luck, who I love. Great band. They're playing a one-off show in Philly. I bought a ticket immediately when it went on sale, but I straight up can't sit in a car that long and then stand at a show and then sit in a car for 4 hours again to come home. Like, I don't think I could even do an hour in a car right now with how my fucking legs feeling and back. Hello, Taco. So I'm a little bummed about that. It would have been cool to see Good Luck. I'm like 10 times more bummed because our dear friends, Dan and Tom, from the famous Four Non-Daves podcast, are both at that show. We're going to that show, and I would have loved to see them. I'm going to see them both in like a month. But I would have loved to see them now and in a month. I haven't really used much Icy Hot. My grandma gave me a roll of this stuff called Stop Pain. She uses it for her knee. And it's been very helpful when it gets real bad. It's just like a menthol roller. I think it's essentially the same stuff as Icy Hot. But, what's up? But yeah, that stuff's been, I haven't really used it too much. Right now, it's not a constant pain. It's really just when I'm using it at this point. It was constant pain for like 2 days. Right now, if I sit for too long, it does start to bother me. That will probably be whenever my stream ends today is when I've had enough sitting. But it is, it's worst when I am standing. And when I put any weight on my right leg, it fucking kills all the way up at my like upper hip. That's what's got me. It's a really high pain. It was high enough that it actually had me a little nervous, being like, could this be something that's not a muscle? Like, are there any organs there? Maybe this is an organ about to explode. But then it kind of dulled out, so. Aw. My grandma just turns 92. 92-year-old grandma club. Yeah, my grandma's in pretty good shape for 92, but she's got very, very rough knees. What the hell? Imagine I was, that would be crazy. Hello, Dave. Good morning. Good morning. Yeah, the jumping and pushing does seem to go pretty fast with this ball, but it's like really annoying. I feel like it'd be good to push past obstacles. I think I should maybe like try to use some of the traps to my disposal. Like if anything flings in the other direction, I should take it. Working since 8, that stinks and sucks. Trying to be done by 1 rocks, though. And whips. Dave is sacrificing his lovely weekend so that he can come on a beautiful retreat. A Richmond getaway. Yeah. I'm very psyched for y'all coming here to hang. I was just saying the only thing that I have that I gotta figure out is that my back has been kind of just perpetually fucked since the subathon. Not that it's horrific right now, but my house sure don't look good. I haven't really had a chance since the subathon to really go over the house and get it back to normal. And I feel like I gotta do that in the next, like, 3 days. I did get a lot of kitchen done today, though. Yeah, it's fair. I'm like, in my head, I'm like, I don't think, I know you wouldn't judge. I don't think Chris would judge. The guest room is very nice, and that's, I'm sticking his ass in there. The guest room's nice because I just don't touch it. It's untouched room. Home improvement stream. There are some silly streams I want to do soon. I do want to do some silly streams soon. One thing I want to do, I feel like it would be fun to do with chat. Are you close to me, Dave, with your hotel? No need to super divulge. I'm just curious. Cool, cool. Yeah, it's not bad. I don't know, did Taffy tell you he's not sure if he can join us for dinner? I'm pretty sure he did. So I think we talked about this in the stream. Okay, cool, cool. Yeah, yeah. Yeah, that's a good point. I gotta hit JR up again. I feel bad. I convince myself that I'm like bugging him. But every time I hit him up, it always just seems to be the most inopportune time. And the last time I did, I was like, hey man, any chance you could cut my nasty hair? And he was like, hey man, I'm in Mexico. And I was like, oh fuck, I didn't know. But that was like a week ago. I think he's home now. I will do this. I'm sure, I know he definitely wants to see you. Anytime you come up, he has nothing but kind, sweet things to say. And he always mentions that he's bummed he didn't catch you last time you were in town. Scooting. Slight scoots. A little bit of scooting. Yeah. Yeah, JR's a damn sweetheart. I'll text his ass today. And be like, I'm gonna say it just like that. Hey, Banana Sloth. Hello, hello. A little stuck on the feet there. Oh, man. Sorry, brain went a little empty for a minute. I don't know what the hell I'll talk about. I like how I can just push this up over these. Because it's so light. Like, I bet you I could just push it over these boxes. You know? I'm gonna try. I just want to see. Maybe not that high. Okay. Maybe not that high. Yo, what's up? What's up? I was just telling chat, Chris, that I feel bad because I feel like my house is a war zone since the subathon because I've been in perpetual back pain. I was like, I don't think Chris would judge me though. The guest room is nice, and that's all that matters. The guest room's nice because I don't use it. I just have to wash the sheets and the blanket, so you don't get any Stockenborg on you, because he was there not long ago. All right, perfect. That's good. That's good news. It is a nice couch, honestly. I've been afraid to fall asleep on that couch, which I know is a little crazy, but ever since a bat got in the house, which has still only happened one time to my knowledge, I'm pretty sure it had come out of the chimney. And I'm like, what if I fall asleep in there and a bat gets my ass? You prefer it? Oh, dude, you're gonna love that couch then. You're more than welcome. You are more than welcome. The extent of a bat getting my ass. Nibbling on my hands and shit, you know? And feet, maybe. Just nibbling on me while I'm sleeping. I don't even know it. I get, like, horrible rabies months later. Now, after the last time I had a bat scare, I had a friend ease my woes with some bat stats. And there's been, like, one person in Virginia's history to ever get rabies. Should you bring your commander decks? Hell yeah. Absolutely do that. Also, the guest room here is like a very good PC in it, if you need to do any good PC stuff. Hello. Doing well. Pushing my ball. Just pushing my little ball. I like how occasionally the ball looks like Italy, and then occasionally the ball looks like France. Anyone else like that? I'm picking. Big champ. Piggies. Little piggies. Sorry, just pushing ball uphill. It's one of those, I keep thinking about stuff and then I'm like, I can't talk about that. Not that it's anything even like horrible or anything. I just keep catching myself thinking about things I can't talk about. Oh yeah, it's all good. I got a washer and dryer. That should work. They work. They've worked ever since it flooded my house, at least. I just haven't dared wash too much stuff at once ever since it flooded my house. I want to say what happened was it became so like weight in bed. So for some reason, if I like try to wash a huge king size blanket in my washer, and my washer is fucking huge, it endlessly goes spin rinse cycle, and then it eventually becomes unbalanced. And last time this happened, it bounced the washing machine so much that the drain hose popped off and just dumped the contents of the washer into the house. I need to buy a smaller blanket. It's not, people are like, oh, bring it to a dry cleaner. I'm like, but I don't want to have to bring my blanket to a dry cleaner like once a month. And I like to wash that shit at least once a month. But yeah, I've been too afraid to try washing that blanket again ever since the hose got fixed. A blanket, not a duvet. It might just be a duvet. It's a comforter. I don't know. It's very big. I have a king size bed. I wish I had a smaller bed. I don't know what the typical lifespan of a bed is, but I feel like I can't justify a new bed. Nice, Chris. 8 to 10 years? Yeah, okay, okay. We're at the 8-year mark. It is a good one. I will say, I guess I just constantly sleep in the same spot. My bed's on like a 40-degree slant on the side I sleep, and there is no underside to the mattress. I can only rotate it. I can't flip it. I can only rotate. But I have put a hell of an indent. It's a Serta Eye Comfort. That was the bed. It's a king-size Serta Eye Comfort from 2017. Gurchin off. I don't need to walk this path, but I am walking this path. And if I fall off, it'll be fine. I'm doing so much chat glancing, it feels liberating. Expensive, but good. Yeah, it's fair. I feel like the Serta Eye Comfort was expensive as fuck when I bought it. But it was also a king size, and I feel like a king size is just gonna be pricier. I would love to get like a California Queen? No, California King's the thing. I feel like I just need a queen though. Like even fucking, I don't know. My bed's just too big. Even if I have a partner, my bed is too damn big. And it takes up so much of the bedroom. Like, my bedroom feels claustrophobic because the bed's just too big. Hey, Chip. What's up? What's up? It's for the cats, that's true. The cats do have a lot of room in the bed. I wouldn't replace, like, that's low on my list of things I gotta replace. It is nice to not have feet hanging off the end. I'm 6'2". So I do feel that. Terrible to move. The only reason that bed came here with me was because I had a moving company. Or else that thing would have been... I don't think I could move that bed here on my own without renting like a truck. It's fucking gigantic. I don't even think I can get that on the roof. It'd be flapping off the sides. But yeah, rotating my bed is difficult alone. Same thing with like just even putting the sheets on the bed kind of sucks alone, but I've gotten very good at it. I've become a master at putting sheets on a king-size bed with no help. I've gotten very good at tucking that shit deep so it doesn't just pop off when you get to the other side. 7th floor flat, oh my god. I bet you're glad it's over now. That's the nice part about moving, when it's fucking over. Aw, that's sweet hail. Yeah, it's so nice to not stress about fucking moving. So I keep, like, every time I have the little fantasy of, like, maybe I'll become, like, a twice as big streamer and I can move back to New York. But even the thought of that, I'm like, God damn, moving would be a nightmare. To New York wouldn't be so bad with the cats, I think. Because it's only a 6-hour drive. I can't imagine having to move with the cats anywhere further than that, though. But I also don't think I want to move anywhere further than that ever. Like, I don't know. I do like it here. I don't dislike it. And I think the only thing that would get me to leave here would be either, like, I'm in a relationship and for whatever reason they can't live here. Like, that's the only thing I could ever see coming up. And that would be a little weird to have happen. Or I suddenly have more money than I know what to do with, and I go, I'm gonna move back to New York. And I don't foresee that ever happening. I would only go, like, I don't think I would go back to renting. And that's why I think I would never go back to New York. I don't think I could ever own a house in New York, unless I went outside of where I want to live in New York. Yeah, I don't. That's like Jersey. I don't know. I don't think it's close enough to New York to. Like, I would rather just stay here. I've heard about that. Heard about that. Hello, Taco. Visited by a cat. I don't know. I say I'd never go back to renting. Owning has been kind of only a nightmare so far. I'm happy I have a low mortgage and I get to keep the house at the end of the day, but I have spent an obscene amount of money on the house itself that I wouldn't have if I were renting. But it also puts equity in, I guess. Yeah, it's my nightmare. That's a good way to put it. Renting can be a nightmare too.
Hold that door! Hold that door!
Yo, McMurdo Station. Thank you for the tithing. Happy 15 months. Thank you. God, you ever see the movie The Money Pit with Tom Hanks? I can't remember much about that movie, but I loved that movie when I was a kid. That's a good point.
Yeah, brother!
Nice colorful balls there.
Oh, thank you. Thank you, Jeffy Babes. I will say, with that thinking in mind, I do feel like this is probably a nice place to ride out the end. I seem to have made friends with all the neighbors who have guns. So that's good. I don't have anything here that I think would be worth a damn thing in the end times. I don't think streaming equipment's gonna be all that hot. Maybe it will be though. I'll keep streaming. I'll find a way. I'll start like a short band radio show. No golden teeth. I've been getting good use out of that hot tub. I keep sitting in it for like upwards of 2 hours. I sit in it long enough that the temperature of the hot tub drops below my body temperature, and then I go, oh, it's actually getting a little chilly, and I have to get out. Pirate radio station, right? In a way, like, I feel like when I was a kid, I was really into the idea of having my own like little pirate radio station, or like the idea of like the Max Headroom like TV freaking incident that happened, shit like that. I was like, that's just so cool. And I like that streaming is kind of in a way like my own little pirate TV station, right? I think that's nice. Hell yeah. Yeah, that's always the best explanation I can give to someone now who doesn't understand Twitch either. We'd be like, oh, you know, like pirate radio? It's kind of like that. Yo, Fi Guy Gaming, happy 49 months. Thank you, thank you. But yeah, that's become like one of my go-to ways to explain that shit to older folks who don't know what Twitch is. Like, it's like having my own little pirate TV show that I can, I choose all the programming and I'm in all the programming. And it's a good way to explain it. But it was closed? Yo, I think you're fine. Genuinely. I think you're good as hell. As a guy who regularly will fuck with shit that's like 1 month expired, you're in the clear, bud. Museum of Home Video. That is a cool stage Twitch stream idea. I like that. I like that a lot. Dave is correct. You should not take any food safety advice from me. I was on DBJ's first or second Fucked Up Jeopardy. I think it was the first one. I think I was on Fucked Up Jeopardy #1. Along with Bloodberry Tart and Park and Harbor, I believe. Is their Twitch name? No, don't say that. The what incident? I don't know what you're talking about. Yo, Mr. New Much knows. The nose knows. That's what they say. Just smell that shit. If it's funky, get rid of it. I will say though, I feel like raw chicken always be smelling a little funky. But I think if it's not making you gag, it's probably good. If you're not gagging, it's fine. I have to hold left click for the next year to get it out of this fucking oil. There we go. Yes, I will be playing more Elden Ring with Apollo in probably about 1 hour. About 1 more hour, I believe. Apollo is up. He's just doing morning stuff. I have been better about throwing shit away, genuinely. I do worry more about that shit now. It is kind of crazy to realize how much bad food safety shit I just kind of like picked up throughout my life. Oh, that's brutal, Sean. So I got stuff today. I did a grocery delivery today, and I got some exciting stuff in that delivery, I think. I got a little mini muffin tin, because I want to start making egg bites in the morning. I think egg bites are like the way. I love an egg bite. So I got a little muffin tin pan, so I can make egg bites. I also got sugar-free Jell-O mix, so I can make protein ice cream in the creamy. But I also got canned mango and canned pineapple to try to make like little fruit sorbet in the creamy. And I'm excited about both of those. Egg bite? So it's you essentially bake an egg in a little muffin tin. And yeah, it's just like just a single, it's usually like 1 or 2 bites. It's like a bagel 2 bite, or bagel, an egg 2 bite. But you just put a little like ham or sausage or whatever in there, a little cheese. I've seen a lot of the recipes mix a little cottage cheese in to make it thicker. I've been reading some crazy recipes with cottage cheese that I gotta fuck with. Ice cream stream while we're there? Yeah, I'd be down. I will say the creamy doesn't make ice cream quickly. You have to put the stuff in the thing and then freeze it for, they say, 24 hours. It could probably be like 12. Cherries, cheerwine sorbet. Fuck. It would work. Airport food. I've had good luck with airport food. Yo, my Factor meals get here tomorrow. Which, speaking of, Factor meals get here tomorrow. I'll be doing some sponsor time for Factor. We're gonna unbox the box, and then I'm gonna let chat pick which one I eat. And we'll heat it up. Thank you, anyone who has signed up so far. I believe we have 5 confirmed signups. It said 10 and then it went back to 5. So I don't know if someone was trying to be cheeky. But they have good cheeky preventions. Taco, why are you being a little troublemaker? He's climbing the bookshelf. He knows that's fucked up. He knows when he does that, I frown at him. Yeah! Taco! He's a gremlin. Yeah, no! Come on, man. He wants to try to jump to the top. But he will hurt himself if he tries. I did get home one day from the gym and he was on the tippy top of the bookshelf, which is about 8 feet tall. It's fucking very high up. And he was just sitting up there crying. So I moved a bunch of boxes strategically to block his jump, but I'm so worried he's still gonna try to jump and then get fucking denied by the boxes and just fall from 8 feet into a tight corner. And I don't want that. I'm forever scarred by, when I was a kid, we had a lot of kittens. And we gave them out to families from the school. And like, a month or 2 later, they were like, yeah, the kitten died. It was climbing all over the fridge and it fell off and just broke its neck between the cabinet and the fridge. And I was like, that could happen? No! I was a child too, so I hated them after that. Like, it wasn't their fault, but I fucking hated them. I was very mean to those kids after that. I was very mean to those kids. I prank called that house often. I hated them. This was pre-caller ID. You're an adult. You hate them? Yeah, I was pissed. That was such a sweet kitten, too. That was my favorite kitten of the bunch. That was the hardest part about having cat with kittens. Was that I got very attached to some of the kittens, but then we would give them away. Pre-caller ID, crazy. I remember feeling, I'll never forget. So I feel like, I don't know if this was a New York thing. Because like I know New York got cable internet early. I could swear we also got caller IDs early in New York. Like I don't know if that was a nationwide rollout. But I do know that there were motherfuckers who would like prank my house sometimes. And when I got a caller ID and I was able to call them out by name, oh man, it was the most satisfying feeling. It was so satisfying. I remember there was this German kid who was just a real prick. And I would, like, was pretty sure it was him who would call my house occasionally and just say nasty stuff. But when he called and I got to say, like, oh, this is your name and number. I have it right here. And then him just, like, hanging up. Oh, it was so nice. It was before Star 87. It was so long ago. I was like 12. He did have a pretty German accent. That's why it was kind of easy to know. He was like the only German kid. It's weird. And I feel like I'm a nice person. Like I don't feel like I'm a bad person. No one probably feels like they're a bad person. But I just had a glimmer of maybe I'm a bad person because I thought about him and I was just like, I wouldn't care if he died. That's such a fucked up thought to have. Like I was a prick though. I mean it. It's a crazy thing to just think. The guy I hated most in my hometown did die. And like I think about it sometimes and it brings me joy. It's nice to have someone you despised in your childhood and made your life worse die. It's actually really nice. I won that one. I do feel like so motivated by spite and so much of what I do. It's probably not healthy. Nom nom. Happy 35 months. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. My ass was living here in Virginia when that happened. Or maybe Florida. I don't know. I wasn't living in New York, though. My ass would have been doing a fucking end zone dance at that funeral if I still lived in New York. Doing the thing with like the legs crossing the knees and shit. Or the arms crossing the knees, you know? You know what I mean? You know what I mean. That rocks, Gronab. I love that for you. That is such a good feeling. It's a feeling I've definitely felt. I had a fun moment. Similar, but like much nicer resolve. There was someone, they weren't my bully. Like they weren't really ever like that bad to me, but they were fucked up to people I knew, and like they were just like an unpleasant prick. And when I still had Facebook, I was like, I'm just curious how like I was just looking up people's names, being like, I wonder what they're up to. I get to this guy's profile, and he was now a Emmerich, happy 35 months. He is now a drag queen in Manhattan, and like a pretty prominent one too. And like I don't want to say their name or anything, but they have like a great name too at it, like one of the better names I've heard. But it was one of those in my head. I was like, you know, I know I'm like fucking like deep fucking armchair psychologist with it, but I was like, you know what? They were kind of a prick. They were never really a prick to me, but I remember some of the things they would say to people, and maybe they were just working through some shit because they seem like they're pretty cool now, you know? So that was one of those situations where I was like, I've made up a complete scenario, but I'm just gonna live with that happy scenario in my head, you know? I love that, Mike. I love that. And congratulations, by the way, on the job title. I know you've been working your way up there. Yeah, for sure, be it. Like, there's a yes and a no with it for me. I don't know. It depends the extent, and also how old, you know? Like, the guy who died, who I was happy about him dying, was a prick well into the 20s. Into their 20s, at least. And I didn't really keep up with them, but, like, I don't know. They were definitely someone who didn't change. Real racist prick, too. Yeah, for sure, for sure. But yeah, like when I think about the high school bully turned like successful drag queen in the New York scene, I'm like, they were a prick when we were like 12, 13. I don't really know much about them past that. They were, you know, I'm happy to see where they're at. There was another person I looked up to. There's another, like, there was someone in high school who, again, I wasn't really friends with, and I never bullied because I wasn't a prick. But there was a kid in my high school who was just the most bullied. It was the most bullied kid in high school by leaps and bounds. And I always felt, I was always nice to them. We weren't friends. We didn't really have any interests, it turned out. But I watched them be bullied through all of elementary school and all of high school. It was heartbreaking. Very, very sweet, quiet guy. And I remember having the thought at some time in like the early 2010s being like, I wonder what they're up to, if they're on Facebook. And what I was welcomed with were pictures of their anime-themed wedding to their wife. And he absolutely had a big sword at the altar. It was so funny, but like genuinely cute. I was like, aw, they, you know, everyone in high school was a prick to them, but they found people who vibe with them. That's cute. That was so cute. I was happy to see it. Just making it work. Found his waifu, it's true. He had like a really, what I would assume is some kind of ceremonial robe. He had a sword. His hair was done up very big. Huge pompadour kind of thing going on. It was, you know, it was funny in a cute and non-judgmental way. Genuinely warmed my heart. Oh, that's sweet. That's cute. I do like the idea of cute theme weddings. That's very funny. Fuck. I will not have a ska themed wedding. Y'all seen Delocated? Ska Mitzvah episode? Iconic. Iconic. Delocated was such a good show. Unbelievable show. Majorly underappreciated, I agree 1000%. It's so fucking funny. .311 or Juggalo, oh god, .311 every time. Just gotta. Hello. Hello. I have read that too. Beach ball's fine. I mean, it's easy. It's a nice, easy push up the mountain. I'll say that much. So, there's a lot of different balls, but they're only different cosmetically and sound effect. They weigh the same and act exactly the same as the main rock. Then there's like 5 that get heavier and heavier, and I think that's just meant to be harder and harder. This one is what they call the easy ball, because it's very light, so it's easier to push. Is it noticeably different? It's definitely like when I do that, it moves quite a bit. I think you could probably get a fast run going if you're good at doing jumps. It's just very annoying to do the jumps, and on certain terrain like this terrain it's actually better, because it gets some good rolls. I will say though, I haven't had this thing get sent down yet, and I have a feeling if I lost it, it would just fucking go crazy. Actually, no, it's light, so it might actually move slower if I dropped it. But like one of these, like if it touches one of these geysers, I think it would go to the damn skybox, you know? Because it's so light. Yeah, it would definitely be bouncy. I don't want to find out. I want to see if I can beat this before Apollo's ready. I really want to beat this before Elden Ring. I'm gonna wait. I'm gonna wait a minute. What the hell? Elden Ring co-op is shockingly smooth, like insanely easy to set up. Like it's like a one-click. You just drop a bunch of files in the folder and then use the right exe, which you drop into your Elden Ring folder. And then Apollo just, like in the INI, you could set a passcode. And if 2 people have the same passcode, it just works. Like Apollo has an item in game he uses to open up the world, and then I have an item I could use to join the world. And it just does it based on passcode. But we've only had like, there's one issue where it wouldn't let me mount a horse until we restarted the server. And that's kind of like the only issue we've had. I also had a crash issue, but it was my own fault, so I didn't verify the files. So if you die in a boss fight, you just spec the other person. If you die open world, you just spawn at your last bonfire and you have like a sickness that you have to rest to reset. But when you rest, it respawns all the, you know, common enemies. So there's been many moments where Apollo's fighting common enemies I rest without thinking, and suddenly everyone he's fighting respawns in his face. I will say though, Apollo has played Elden Ring many times where I have not played it. So he's been kind of, you know, he's been fully in the driver's seat. He's told me we could do whatever I want, but genuinely, I like what he's doing, so I just want him to keep doing what he's doing. I like that he's deciding where we go and how we get there and everything. I like Elden Ring. I could fuck around with an open world game, but I get sick of it after a while, and I do just want some backseating. My guide dog, yeah. Ooh, okay, it barely moved on that. That was good. But it's a great game. I just, I got sick of trying to figure out where the fuck I'm supposed to go in that game. It's a direct tour. Well, we're also doing a lot of side shit. I like that he's been trying to show me some of the cooler bosses, the optional bosses. I think that's cool. And I'm hoping, well, not even hoping, I feel like it's already done what I wanted it to do. I feel like it's a good primer for me for the DLC. And the DLC I'm gonna do solo. We haven't done Melania yet, no. I know, Apollo said we're at a point now that we could just go beat the game, 100% for sure. Like, we're strong enough, we have enough stuff, we could just go beat the game. But we're doing a lot of optional stuff and side stuff. And like, I've been trying a lot of different weapon styles, so a lot of what I've been doing is just grinding for upgrade stuff and runes. I would love to do, so ideally, I would like to do a rando run with Apollo next. Are the bosses scaled? Yes. The more players that join, the more, oh, this is weird. The way it slides. Never mind. It was just that spot. I think you could do up to 3 or 4. But yeah, for every player who joins, boss health goes up. Yeah, I would love to do a random run after this. I think a rando run would be a lot of fun. We're big beach ball today. I feel like it's fun to, I feel like it will be fun to try to beat the mountain with every single ball type. I don't know if I'll keep wanting to play this by the time I achieve that goal, but we haven't done beach ball yet. So it's beach ball day. Also, I don't know if anyone noticed, hopefully you did. I've begun uploading to YouTube again. I was doing good with YouTube, and then I sucked it and fucked it. But I'm back. I do have a VOD channel that I'm not using. I'm trying to just put everything on main channel. I've already got subscribers there, and I could already turn on ads there. So I've got all the Elden Ring uploaded and scheduled, the most recent Lethal Companies, the most recent Jackboxes, all of Content Warning from the Subathon, what else? Fallout 76 is uploaded and scheduled. Just, I'm essentially gonna have it that it's like a VOD channel with a little bit of trimming. That's it. VOD channel with minor trims. Yeah, the pushing the rock up the mountain VODs are up there. I'm just trying to trim everything in sections and get it uploaded. I'm doing the Northern Line approach. So I need to catch up. I have a few things coming out a day right now, but I would ideally like to get to a point where I do a stream, I chop it up, and it's uploaded the next day, you know? Be it 1, 2, or 3 different segments of shit. I think it's a good method for me. Big Rock 22 minutes ago, yeah, that sounds right. Oh, I'm glad you're here too. But yeah, I've had a few people ask me, like during the Elden Ring, they were like, oh, can you please put this on YouTube? And I'm like, already ahead of you. So far, all of the Elden Ring we've done is uploaded, except for, I didn't do yesterday yet. But yeah, that'll all be up there too. Get my own librarian. I do think I have a nice method now. Twitch's YouTube exporter is not so bad, and if you highlight something using the Twitch editor, I could just export the highlight to YouTube, and then I have to just go to YouTube schedule and tag it and stuff. But that is easier than downloading a VOD and then uploading to YouTube after editing and shit. Like, if all the editing's just done on the back end, I don't have to download a thing. So I am trying to be better about it. I've also got Armo helping me with, you know, like, I'd like to at least like every few days go through and just highlight any segments, and then I can go through and export those segments. Ideally, I would love to go back into the Subathon VODs and get the whole RimWorld playthrough and the whole Stardew playthrough. And then there's the part of me that's like, it was a Subathon, just let it go. But I don't know, that feels appropriate for YouTube. I'll figure it out. It's crazy that the Subathon went so long that the beginning of the Subathon started to get deleted already. Thankfully, Armo is a champion who highlighted the whole Subathon. So those are there forever. But the original Subathon VODs have started to get deleted. One single video. So that's actually part of what's annoying with using the Twitch exporter, and where I didn't use it in the past. You can't export a video longer than 10 hours. It just doesn't let you. And I don't think YouTube lets you upload over 12 hours anymore. But yeah, that's where I never used Twitch's exporter. I was like, fuck, I have too many streams that go over 12 hours, so I can't upload them. Also, I'm trying to be a bit more hinged moving forward. Oh, absolutely. Armo is mod MVP of the channel. And I say that with love. To all my sweet, beautiful mods. Yeah, he's one of the best. One of the best. This part is nice for just pushing the ball. I just need to not get too greedy. Also, yeah, if you push too much, you just eventually jump on the shit. Uh-oh. Saved. Yeah. $72 hours the other week, damn. Maybe it was just my VOD channel because my VOD channel wasn't YouTube partnered. Maybe you have to be a YouTube partner to do a long video. But that was an issue I was running into with my just raw VOD channel, was that so many of my VODs were too long that they wouldn't let me upload them. But it's probably because it's an unpartnered account. And that was part of where I got discouraged. I kept like, you know, it's one of those you ask people. No, I would like to lock in a bike night. In my brain, I've told myself I'm just going to wait a little bit because Dave and Chris are going to be in town this week. And I figure it would be on a weekend. Weekend's probably just the easiest to get the most people together who can be there. But, no, I do want to get that. I do want to get that figured out. There's a couple things I have to, now that Subathon's over, I have to get back in the habit of actually trying to make things happen. I feel like it's been a solid year of me organizing nothing. It's been at least 1 year of me just saying yes to other people's shit and me never doing my own shit. Bloke night, now we're talking. Trials, yeah, Trials Rising. I think it's Rising, right? Nice, let's go, Dave. Love to hear it, that it's done. That's that Dave efficiency. I'm very proud of myself. After stream last night, I redid my taxes, which only took me about 2 hours, and highlighted, uploaded, and scheduled like 18 YouTube videos. So that's good. A thing I want to tackle next, I want to get my taxes done up to now. That is a thing I gotta do. I have to get the taxes done year to date, so at the end of the year I don't have to do this shit again. I do have a tax guy, and he's very good at what he does, but he's a very busy tax guy. And where I had to redo some stuff is that I just didn't do a good job at the info I gotta give him. Only a lad. Thank you. Happy 70 months. Thank you. Thank you. And Zrozibo,
brother.
happy 75 months. Big resub day today. Deep resubs today. Thank you so much. Too damn many. I can't believe how much I'm able to read chat. I think that's the big difference with this ball. I'm doing so much glancing. I'm doing a lot of glancing. I don't know yet. I'm waiting for him to go over it again. I probably won't hear for a few days, and that's fine. I'm trying to be less stressed about it now. It has to, like, it can only go down from where it was. I just don't think it's going to go down too much. I'm hopeful that the changes I made maybe changes my bracket, but, you know, I don't know if that's the case. Where this stuff becomes a little hard for me is, like, I mean, y'all, anyone who watches me knows, like, I stream quite a bit. And I feel like almost my entire life is my stream. So when it comes time for figuring out, like, all right, what was a business expense? What was a personal expense? I tend to be like, well, I streamed everything I did this year, so everything is a business expense, but that's not how it works. So it's hard for me to parse that. And I parsed it, and I was a little too light-handed. And then I parsed it, and I was a little too heavy-handed. So I'm hoping I'm in the Goldilocks zone now. Yeah, either way, I do have an extension filed for the time being. That's my first fault. I hadn't dropped it yet. Don't be perfectly timed that you roll on this. Or you can. That's okay. It's gonna get stuck in the middle here, which is nice. It's fine. This is not so bad. So that's another one that's hard for me. Like I can claim this room as my home office because I do only use this room for work. But I can't write off my kitchen even though I do a lot of cooking streams because it's a mixed use area, you know? And most of my house that I utilize for streaming is a mixed use area. Yeah, don't post your crime. It's crazy to me how, so what put me on this, my trainer and I just had a long talk about, like, Kia boys. And that was just the topic of the day at the gym the other day. And, my biggest takeaway and my trainer's biggest thing, too, is it's insane how many people, like, film their crimes to post on TikTok and Instagram. It's just crazy. Shouldn't be filming your crimes and posting them. It's the opposite of what you should be doing. And that was both of our biggest problem with it. Yeah, no legal weed in the UK. And yeah, the medical didn't go well, huh? I know a lot of people in the UK who smoke weed. I'm curious if it's the same process there as it is here. You just gotta like find a guy. The gray area vapes. We have those here too. Yeah, well that was my, so what's funny, I don't know if I ever told, I definitely told chat this, but maybe some of you didn't hear this. So, last year's subathon, I had just gotten the IRL backpack, and one of my favorite bands was playing in Richmond, a band called Soul Glow. But they were playing at a venue that isn't a legal venue. It's literally just like a rented warehouse space. That, you know, it's a DIY punk show space. And I was gonna go, but then I was like, y'all, I don't think they would appreciate a guy they don't know showing up with a camera. I know it's a show, but I just get the feeling that a camera's not gonna be welcome at a place like this. And I made a new friend in the last year, and Soul Glow came up, and I mentioned to him, I was like, oh man, I was gonna actually, I was in the middle of a subathon during the last time they played Richmond, and I was gonna bring the camera, but I was like, I don't know. And he was like, oh dude, it is a good thing you did not go. You would not have been welcome. He's like, I hate to think of what would have happened. And I'm like, you know, I like to follow my intuition. It's a good thing I listened to myself there. Even though chat was like, no, that's just the anxiety talking. That's just the anxiety talking. You should go. Nope. My intuition was spot the fuck on. But yeah. Not supposed to film crimes.
I love this Sisyphus game.
Certain. Thank you. Thank you. It's ball today, but it's still kind of a rock. Thank you, Tane. Happy 61 months. Thank you. Yeah. Yeah, no phones, no cameras. That's where I get a bit of a gripe with a lot of the, like, protest voyeurism. I think there's people who do it right and people who don't.
I am so close to the nice anniversary.
Nice! One more month. Thank you, Scruffy. Thank you, thank you. Cruising. I'm not sure when I'm gonna be doing this, but I have entered the planning stages with folks. I'd like to do a fundraiser stream soon. I feel like I haven't done anything for charity in a minute, and I feel like maybe it will help put out the fire in my brain about Palestine a little bit if I try to help in some way. So that will be coming hopefully in the next couple weeks. I just have to find which specific charity to go to. Yeah, that's fair, PSPBB. Those can be heavy. Oh no, Tara, that sucks. I feel bad that I don't know. I am of the mind, you know, I feel like pretty much anyone who knows me knows what I'm about. It's something I don't bring up too often, and I feel like I should maybe bring it up more, but I feel like I don't want to just bring things up. Like, I would like to bring it up as I'm raising money for it when it makes sense. I do get hung up, you know, like there's the part of me that's like, this is my job, I gotta be here every day. I don't want to mix politics with this. And the other part of me that's like, I get to do whatever the fuck I want here, I can talk about whatever the fuck I want here. But for my own sanity's sake, I can't make it a topic I talk about often. Because I can even feel right now my fucking heart rate doubled. Because the shit drives me fucking crazy. And that's why I feel like, gotta try to do something. Right? Me too, Co. I feel that so fucking big time, man. Just pissed all of the time. It's rough. It's crazy to me, and this isn't like a judgment on anyone, but like whenever I meet someone who isn't pissed off all the time, I'm just like, how? How are you doing this? Tired, I totally get. How many wins do I have in this? This would be number 4. I've done it 3 times now. This would be number 4. We are cruising. They are wins. Fuck you. They are wins. Oh, man. Yeah, you get to fuck Zeus's wife at the top of this thing, man. How many more sections? 10? But I think the last 2 were pretty empty, if not completely empty. I think the lightning bolt is 8 sections left, and the lightning bolt is right up there. And I think we're 2 away from the lightning bolt. Apollo's gonna see the light. He's gonna become the world's premier The Game of Sisyphus streamer. I'm not looking forward. Well, you know what? It's not that I'm not looking forward. I'm not gonna see them because I'm not gonna look. But man, I'm just bracing myself for the torrent of YouTube comments when they see I'm uploading like 8 videos of me pushing a ball up a hill. And they're like, you're fucking not playing Dark and Darker for this? That's gonna be like the most commented comment. I could fucking feel it, man. It really was special. I haven't looked at my YouTube comments in 2 months, and there's about like 10,000 comments saying, why don't you play Dark and Darker anymore? And I replied to some of them yesterday just being like, yeah, I wasn't happy with the direction the patches were going. I missed the game. Maybe I'll play it again someday. And I feel like that's, can't get mad at that. Can't be upset at that. I know, I've noticed that. Anytime I pop into a Dark and Darker stream, it's people who are not happy with Dark and Darker. People who are begrudgingly playing the game. Oh, it's incredible, Paula. I get that occasionally with Dark and Darker. It hasn't happened in a minute. It happened during the subathon though, like a dozen times. There was actually one person who stuck around and subbed. I was amazed. And like I even sassed them a touch where I was just like, yeah, this ain't that. I don't fucking play that anymore. And they were just like, righto. Or something like that. I don't know. It was funny. It made me laugh. What happened to Dark and Darker? I don't think people necessarily hate it, but I don't know. It's not even that it's been being like overpatched. For me specifically, I only enjoyed solo play. And solo play is just getting worse and worse and worse. Rogue at this point doesn't even go invisible anymore. You just get a silhouette like the fucking Predator. All the like goofy fuck around stuff. No. That has to be fake. Someone just made that account to do that. That's fair. Wow, well, welcome, thank you. Oh, that rocks. They did kill my favorite playstyle. Am I like I don't know. Like I agreed with them nerfing Rogue to be able to just murder people and like murder whole teams. I get that. But why do you gotta fuck with all the pickpocketing stuff? Like, I don't think it was a big deal. There weren't people running rampant pickpocketing. It was like me and 5 people. You know? Like, it felt very personal when they just obliterated the sneaky, like the fucking around stuff. Yeah, absolutely. As soon as a PvP game gets a meta, it's no longer really that fun of a PvP game, unless there's multiple metas, but that game does not have that. You're either running the winning comp or you're not winning. And that sucks. And also, another Dark and Darker thing I heard, which I think is the case for literally any popular online game, but apparently cheating became a bit rampant in that game. And Dark and Darker is a game instantly fucking killed by cheating, you know? Yeah, I remember hearing about that. I didn't play Friends. No, I did play Friends vs. Friends. Didn't I play it with you? I feel like you and Chibley, we played that. Yeah. That's where, but like, that's where I enjoy a shooter, is because typically the ceiling of skill in the shooter is how, you know, you're good at your shots and you're hitting them or you're not. But when you get into PvP games like that, it becomes quickly like, nope, we have to run exactly this comp or we are not viable. And that sucks. I don't know. Any of y'all fuck with the new Party Animals update? I'm curious how that is. I've seen people playing it, but I feel like everyone I've seen playing it was sponsored to play it, and that's usually not a good sign. It was so funny. That's like genuinely the being a little fucker in Dark and Darker. I'm still happy that I got as much out of that as I did. It's crazy to me I got as much out of that as I did. Like, I figured the pickpocketing stuff would have been fun for a few days, but that was like 6 to 8 weeks of non-stop. Yeah, I wrung that towel as dry as it could get. It's amazing I got the amount of stuff out of that as I did. There's probably so much I just didn't even clip. You know, like, what gets me is that the only stuff that made it to YouTube and TikTok and shit is stuff that was clipped out of chat and like went well. There's probably so much shit that just never even got clipped. Or it got clipped, but for some reason didn't have a lot of views, so it didn't get much attention. Like, that gets me a little bit. But I'm still amazed. Like, that's the most I've wrung out of a game in, like, maybe ever. I can't think of another game I wrung out that hard. I am cursed to never play hard. It's crazy, the Tarkov thing. Just absolutely wild. God, I miss. Yeah, PUBG. Yeah, I guess PUBG was the last time I had a game that hit that well for me. And yeah, that early jank was so good. Ko, you see they're doing a PUBG Twitch Rivals? I don't have anyone left to reach out to there about that, but I'm hoping that somehow my name comes through and then I can start panic messaging people being like, do you want to play this? I will say it's the classic format where it's like one normal round and then everything else is like a fuck around round. There's a normal round and then there's like a sniper round, but then there's like a demolition derby and there's a crossbow round. They did blow up the Rivals department. If I'm not mistaken, the way it works now is I think certain streamers can pitch their own Rivals event, and then technically it's them running it with, I think, a smaller budget. If I'm not mistaken, I think I was told I could run a Rivals if I could think of something appropriate and have enough people for it. And that's something I want to consider this year. Yeah, I think this PUBG event that's happening is being hosted by a PUBG streamer. But I could be wrong. This one might be a regular Twitch Rivals. Like, Twitch Rivals is still there, it's just most of the team seems gone. Anyone I worked with on Rivals is gone at this point. I'm almost positive. I had like 3 contacts within Rivals, and all 3 are gone. And one of them was the person that ran it. So... I love that one. That's a all-timer of a moment, Mike. A fond dark and darker memory. I said dark and darker so weird there. I said it like I was from fucking like Minnesota. Yeah, Froden was amazing with Rivals, and Cloud Fuel was amazing with Rivals. I can't, it will forever blow my mind that either of them I got let go. Blow my mind. I still like, my favorite Rival story I have still is that I did a charity Rivals once in Uno. And all the people, so I had 3 people I played with and I'd never met any of them. It was a Twitch streamer, another kind of Twitch streamer, but their main thing was being a cosplayer, and then a US women's soccer player from the US Olympic team. And all 3 of them followed me on socials after the charity event. The cosplayer, kind of right-wing, unfollowed quickly. The Twitch streamer, don't know why, but also unfollowed me like a day later. The women's soccer star still follows me. She's a real one. We're still mutuals. All these years later. I don't know if she really uses Twitter much, but I'll still consider it a win. Like, no one follows me. It's crazy how my following on Twitch and Twitter make my Instagram look so bad. So bad. Insanely bad. The shame, too, is most companies are fucking dipshits. And they don't care about my sub count, they don't care about how many people watch, they don't care about so many things. 99% of companies I work with want Instagram followers. So it sucks for me when, like, you know, certain specific game companies and shit, yes, they want to know my Twitch stats, and that's where I shine. When they see how many people follow me on Twitch and subscribe to me, and my average viewers, they're like, oh, Justin, he's a professional, he knows what he's doing. But if it's ever a different company, like a non-video game product, they only care about Instagram, where I have like 2,000 followers, maybe. And then they tell me to take a hike. Like when I was looking for fitness equipment sponsorship stuff, I contacted so many companies, and every single one of them just asked me for my Instagram stats, and then none of them got back to me. Yeah, my tattoo artist does everything through Insta. We're getting there. Instagram is the only social media I have where I like keep up with friends from back home. Because like pretty much no one from my personal life, except for people who are involved with Twitch, follow me on Twitter. So Instagram is the only place where like not many people who follow my Twitch following me there, but like all of my old friends do. So that's where I keep up with people. But I occasionally do have sponsor work where they don't care about a tweet, they don't care about a shout out on stream, they want me to post on Instagram. And then they want me to send them hard stats on how many people saw the post and shit. And I'm like, this sucks. The only people who are gonna see it are my personal friends. That's pretty much it. I think I do a good job with Insta stories. It's almost exclusively cat pics. Cat and food pics. I think the only reason people are still big on Insta, it's the only good photo-based social media still, right? not even only good, it's the only one, I think. Except for like Snapchat. But Snapchat, I think, is, I don't know. I feel bad that as soon as I see someone has a Snapchat, if they are a guy, I immediately assume they are a huge pervert. If they are a guy over the age of 16, I am assuming they are on Snapchat to be a pervert. It's funny. I was talking to someone like a year or two ago, and they asked me to read. They were like, "Oh, you should install Snapchat," and I was like, "I think I would get put on a list maybe or go to jail if someone my age were to install Snapchat." You don't know what a stigma? So that's the thing. I feel like some people say that every time I bring it up. Some people say that. They're like, "Why would you think that about Snapchat?" But like. Exactly, Jelly D. That's like the only reason I've ever known anyone to have one. It used to be normal. Yeah, used to be normal, for sure. Yeah, now it's exclusively a place to exchange nude photos. That's it. I think it's extra like, I don't know. I feel like this probably applies to at least like 5 people I'm friends with who stream, so I don't mean you, probably. But I always look at creators a little sideways who, advertise having a Snapchat. Because as a creator who had a Snapchat, I deleted it after people tried to use it to send, like, sext me. And that is not appropriate. So, I got rid of it. And I have to assume that's a similar experience for other creators in the space. So I feel weird when I see people advertising in 2024, "Hey, add me on Snapchat." Yeah, that's pretty much it. I know, and you know what? It's so crazy to have that rule. When
Months and stuff.
Hey, thank you so much, Perry. Thank you, Wandering Falcon, for 117 damn months. That's as big as the months get. Thank you. I don't know, BSB. I don't think of it in a way where I'm like, I'm not gonna talk to this person. They have a Snapchat, but in my head, I'm definitely thinking, oh, they are horny on there. Retroxies, happy 10 months. Thank you. Thank you, thank you. It does. You know, I know what you mean, Mr. Twitch. I've had that feeling a few times. Yeah, it's so funny to me to have rules like that when I feel like just like a terrible horny man. But, you know, the horny man with a conscience. Science hates him. We're almost out of here. This is like the second to last actual section. The sensible pervert. Oh, that's good. The goated pervert. This part might be hard because my ball's light and they shoot rock at me. So it might just send this shit flying. But it might go flying in like a good way. Yeah. No, that's fair. I mean, I will say, when I had a Snapchat, I deleted it because that eventually happened. Leading up to that, it was like a year and a half of just getting like really nice food and pet photos from the nice people who watch my stream. You know? Like, it was normal until it wasn't. A direct Taco and Boba pick pipeline? Instagram stories, that's where they are. That is the direct pipeline. Yeah. I'm gonna set up, I'm stealing the idea straight from Libby. And it was with Libby's blessings. But on Libby's stream, I want to say it's 100 bits maybe. But for X amount of bits, you can pull up a random photo of Libby's wonderful cat. And yeah, 100 bits for a Digby. I'm 100% gonna be doing the same for a, it's gonna be a taco or a boba grab bag. Or should I make it like 99 bits for one, 100 for the other? That's I'm gonna look like the favorite though. I'm also doing 100 bits for a Digby. I will be having Digby's on my stream as well. Love those Goku cats. I'm sad there's not more East Coast Goo Crewers. I need to get more of a Goo Crew representation on the East Coast. GBJ's in Maryland, but probably not for long. And Charlie's East Coast Canada. That's Canada, that doesn't count. They'll be, yeah, I will be killing them. It's gonna be my next sub goal. Oh. Oh, let's go, Ricky Ticky Taffy. Happy to hear it. This is the last section, by the way. There's still 2 sections after it, but they're empty. So this is the last actual section that requires brain. Requires any amount of brain skill. And I think this is the only really genuinely hard part of it, is getting around this corner, which I already did. He died the way he lived, showing porno on YouTube. If I touch the yellow, nothing, but if the ball touches the yellow, it just falls through it. Pasta made out of ham. Yeah, I haven't eaten anything today yet, which is a big mistake. I gotta rectify that before Elden Ring, probably. But I did get stuff to just make a little sandwich. I could be the sandwich enjoyer. I also bought stuff to make my Moroccan chickpea stew. I bought some chicken breast to just do some kind of chickeny meal with. I don't know what yet. I bought stew meat because I want to make stew. Haven't had stew in a minute. I'm going big, I know it's not winter, but I do feel like I'm in my, like, stew and soup mode right now. Oh, hold on, let me... This is, like, the last difficult part. It's the last part, actually. It does a weird curve. But, we're vibing, you know? We did it. Now I just have to push this straight for 2 more sections, and we're done. We're finished. I've been really depressed about, having my back be fucked up since the subathon. And sliding back into very bad eating habits in that time. And putting on, like, 20 pounds so fast. I'm trying to reverse course, but I very quickly went back to a place where I'm like, oh no, all of my clothes are tight. I need to get this back better so I can start going for walks and shit again. And I gotta break some of the bad eating. Well, I'm on, today will be day 3 with no, like, DoorDash. I'm really trying to make a conscious effort to just make food at home. Even if it's not the healthiest food, it's still better than getting fast food or spending like 50 bucks on a fucking sandwich, you know? It is dangerously easy. And it's one of those, honestly, while I was doing my taxes, I realized how much I fucked up last year. In my head, when I think of last year, I'm like, yeah, I didn't have the best diet year. I had a good exercise year. But I had fast food a little too much. Like, I went to Taco Bell at least like 5 times. When I'm adding up all my expenses, it's like, dog, you went to Taco Bell like 30 fucking times last year. Among other places. Like, that's not, no. Bad. Not good. I have to break those bad habits again. Oh, dude. Mine too. It's so good. I love it. It is funny though, because while I'm going through my money shit, I've done it. Like while I was going through all my money shit for the year, you know, you see, you know, I had a moment where I was eating healthier, and I could see how much more I was spending on food. And then I hit a month where I was very depressed, and I was just eating exclusively like Sonic and Taco Bell, and I'm like, damn, my meals are like $5 instead of 30. Yeah, I'll join Discord. Discord? I'll join Discord as soon as I am done here. If you want to just chill there. It'll probably be like another 10 minutes, I'd say. Discard. What the fuck? I was just doing a voice. I sounded like the folks from the movie Snatch. With that really thick accent. You like Dags? Discard. You like Discard? You know? You like Dags? Yes. That was a good ass movie. I haven't watched it in like a decade, but I really enjoyed it when I watched it.
Meet me in the Discord.
In the Discord. Thank you. Aw. I really think it's a great soundtrack, this game.
Meet me in the Discord.
That's fucked up that it just did that to you. Well, actually, alright, yeah, no, if it's going back to default TTS voice, if it's not Joe Biden... Oh, wow. I didn't hear what Stefan said there, I missed it. If we're on default TTS voice, that means we used all of our free TTS for the month, and now they want like $60 to unlock the other voices. But we're only fucking like 1 day left in the month, so I ain't doing that.
Mountain Dew Zero Sugar Baja Blast.
Good morning, Sunday morning. Thank you, Go Off Kings. Is that JF or is that Stefan? That's you. What's up, Stefan? That's me. Hey, what's up, Stefan? Ah, what's up, JF? Good to see you.
Hello, Justin. This is the ball. Don't fall.
I won't. Do you like that picture of me? That was a real picture. Thanks, everybody. Thank you for the bits, Mike. Happy fucking 66 months, Go Off Kings. Thank you. I'm just at the top of this damn mountain.
Meet me in Discord in the crib.
Thank you, Tay. I'm in the hallway to the bedroom. Yes, as the tale goes... No, as the tale goes, Zeus needed somebody to fuck his wife. Zeus has a hot wife, but, like, no dick or balls. And he was like, I need someone to fuck my wife. And, he was like, but it can't be no regular chump. I'm gonna make, you gotta push this rock up a hill for eternity. And then you could fuck my wife. And so that's the story. From, like, Greek lore. And someone made a game about it. Yep. Greek lore. Yeah. was the hard part. Interpret Greek myth to... Yeah, I can do that. Hey, here it comes. Sisyphus, you finally reached the summit. I know your journey wasn't easy. Just like the world you've lived in, filled with effort and pain, injustices and resentments, things not going as planned. It's not just the world of humans that's absurd. Everyone eventually dies, even the wisest cannot uncover all truths. Living without knowing even the reason for one's birth, as long as one is born human, the world seems only absurd. Sisyphus, what meaning can you find in the endless suffering? I acknowledge meaningless. I acknowledge the meaningless and pursue unconditional joy in fucking your wife. I will love and maintain this meaningless itself. I am already happy. Very impressive. It seems you found the meaning of your life. Not even this punishment can dominate you. I must reflect on this too. Well, the time has come. Please, fuck my wife. And then it happens off screen. Because the game dev is tasteful. And now we watch the ball go home. The ball looks crazy. I don't like the way it's spinning. I liked the first time I beat this. I don't know who said it, but someone in chat said, "Hell yeah, brother, I love explosions in the sky." During this part. And it made me laugh. Oh! You're getting spoilers, Ryan. Yeah, we should have just pushed it up this track the whole way. It would have been easier. I wonder if there's a way you can bounce onto this track and then push up the whole way. It probably has no collision with the player, I would guess. I do not have the duck ball yet. I could do duck ball next. I kind of want to try a heavier ball. I want to try a harder ball. Ryan hates Midwest emo? I don't believe that. Ryan likes Built to Spill. I think he likes Midwest emo. Not that they're Midwest. They're like a Pacific Northwest emo band. And I wouldn't call them an emo band. What's funny about Midwest emo is, like, I don't know, I still love a lot of it. It's crazy to think, I don't know how it happened, but I got sick of American football. I just don't listen to it ever anymore, and I don't think I like it anymore. What happened? I think it got, like, too outplayed, if that makes sense. Like, I've become sick of it. Snowing fucking rocks, DC Rats. Severely underrated band. I think you were the second person I've ever met who likes Snowing. No, you're third. Third or fourth. Very Sad Dads. Now I gotta check out LP3. Snowing's Hall of Fame. Let's go. I'd love to hear that. I feel like they were crazy underrated. Ah, Cap and Jazz. The Cap and Jazz is my all-timer. Easily. Cap and Jazz and Braid. Braid is my other all-timer. Yo, 1 hour, 35 minutes with the beach ball? I have to screenshot every time I win. It's funny when I've been going through the VODs for this. I have to go post it, but every time I hit the VOD, I clear and then you see me screenshot and then turn my head and type for like 5 minutes. That's how every VOD of this game ends. Oh.